After what I can only assume Ryan Reynolds thought was a triumphant appearance on Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary, he must not have loved seeing Colin Jost come back to Saturday Night Live last night with a joke at his wife Blake Lively's expense.
Zelensky was asked to leave the White House. Then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds spent years crafting the ultimate Hollywood fairy tale until one SNL joke exposed their empire of lies. This isn't just a scandal, it's a nuclear detonation of ego, betrayal, and the night two A-listers learned they're not untouchable.
Last night on Saturday Night Live, Colin Jost came back live and clearly made a joke at Blake Lively. Now you're poking fun at it. So now it's just a big joke? This whole thing's a joke? This is absolute cringeworthy, and they should be ashamed. Did they rewrite the SNL scripts too? Terrible humans.
Colin Jost didn't crack a joke, he detonated a bomb. During SNL's 50th anniversary, he smirked, "Justin Baldoni working with Blake again. Sure, and I'll date someone who thinks Avengers is a documentary." The audience froze. This wasn't comedy, it was a hit job. Jost, married to Scarlett Johansson, Ryan's ex, had personal stakes. Insiders say Scarlett greenlit the attack, texting Jost, "Make it hurt." His delivery? Ice cold. The punchline? A direct message to Blake. Hollywood's done with you.
How's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
They chose to make the butt of the joke on her, not on him. It got some laughs. A little uncomfortable from Anna Taylor, and then Kevin Costner just didn't react at all. Did Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively make their first public appearance at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary? They made a joke about it all.
But Jost wasn't finished. He ad-libbed. At least Ryan's used to playing Deadpool because this marriage is dead. The studio erupted in nervous laughter. Blake, seated in the front row, turned ghost white. Her publicist later called it career homicide.
He kind of had to being there, which makes me realize and think this was all orchestrated and planned. This was his WME and people getting in and giving Lauren Michaels and Saturday Night Live sort of the opportunity to get them there first, to sort of address it.
Zelensky was asked to leave the White House. Then he appeared on Fox News and said he thinks he can still salvage his relationship with President Trump, which is like Justin Baldoni saying, "I'd love to work with Blake again."
Why would Jost target Blake? Rewind to 2010. Rumors swirled that Blake stole Ryan from Scarlett during their divorce. Leaked texts show Scarlett calling Blake a homewrecker and vowing to bury her. For years, Scarlett played nice until SNL gave her the ultimate revenge platform.
This shows SNL playing its cards of, yeah, they're clearly, they know Blake Lively is crazy. And given the appearance, she's gonna have this same reaction of, wait a second, why are you making fun of me? I thought you had our back, Sarah, Live. What's going on? look at Colin's face. Because again, Colin is now married to Scarlett Johansson, who Ryan Reynolds allegedly, the rumors are, cheated on her with Blake Lively.
Post-show, Scarlett toasted Jost backstage, whispering, "Justice tastes sweet." She even liked tweets mocking Blake, including one comparing her to Wile E. Coyote in Prada. Hollywood's unspoken rule: never cross an Avenger, especially one married to SNL's head writer.
Her playing, why? What, is there something wrong? Yeah, clearly, guys, the joke didn't hit. To be perfectly honest, and more honest, but it's nice to at least see them admit, yeah, no, Justin Baldoni's never working with Blake Lively again. And notice, this joke could have been the other way around. That's like Blake Lively saying, yeah, I want to work with Justin again. They chose to make the butt of the joke on her, not on him.
Ryan Reynolds thought he could outcharm the scandal. When Tina Fey asked, "How's the lawsuit going?" he smirked, "Great, what's a lawsuit?" The room plunged into silence. Blake's glare could have melted steel. Insiders say Ryan ignored his team's warnings to stay quiet, believing his Deadpool persona could deflect anything.
She's never hosted. He's never hosted. He appeared once as a guest star, but the fact that they're there to me on this show of all shows felt very forced. In Deadpool Wolverine, you used Deadpool Wolverine to mock this guy in the film that your wife disagreed with and didn't get along with. It's so hard to process.
Baldoni's lawyers pounced, citing the joke in court as proof Ryan trivialized harassment claims. The $400 M lawsuit, now a global meme. Ryan's Deadpool 3 role was slashed, and Aviation Gin's stock dropped 8%. His lovable goof act Exposed as a liability?
Ryan used his nice pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine to mock Justin Baldoni. There is no question that, yes, Ryan Reynolds based his Deadpool Wolverine character, Nice Pool, with the man bun, on Justin Baldoni. It's absurd that they were going on this level.
Blake's rage backstage was volcanic. A source heard her hissing, "You idiot," at Ryan before storming out. She deleted all photos of him on Instagram. 1.2 M followers vanished overnight. Ryan, desperate, sent 87 pleading texts. She replied once, "You're dead to me."
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have hired former CIA agents with a proven track record of lying to the public, gaslighting the public.
Her team scrambled to spin the disaster, but the damage was done. Chanel paused her campaign. Netflix shelved her thriller. Even her stylist quit, posting, "Some people can't be dressed up." Blake's girl boss facade reduced to ash.
Are her lawyers dumb? Like, what's happening? Why do they keep making these mistakes and fumbling the ball like this? I mean, is it not a little hypocritical? Is this a bad look of her if she's trying to tell the courts that we should stop talking about this in public?
By sunrise, Blake's inbox overflowed with cancellations. A studio head texted, "Your box office poison." Sony erased her from It Ends With Us promotions. Ryan's Deadpool 3 scenes were reshot to minimize his role. A Marvel exec sneered, "No one wants his toxic energy."
You're despicable and a massive hypocrite.
She was similarly rude, and I think that in her modern feminist mind, she thinks that when she's being rude, she's taking a stance for women, and she's not.
Their $30 mansion listed off market. Industry group chats roasted them. They're the new Jada and Will without the talent. Hollywood doesn't cancel stars, it erases them.
And Kirsty just wanted to ask Blake Lively a question about, first and foremost, Blake Lively was pregnant while she was filming this. So she opens up with just like a nice compliment about her cute little bump.
Justin Baldoni didn't sue. He nuked Blake's narrative. His lawyers released emails proving Blake demanded script control, writing, "Fire him or I walk." Test screenings revealed Baldoni's original cut of It Ends With Us scored 92%, while Blake's edit flopped at 43%.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got two nice ones.
And they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
Sony executives admitted under oath that Ryan pressured them to sideline Baldoni. Texts show Ryan wrote, "Make sure he never works again." The irony? Baldoni gained 207K followers post-lawsuit. Hollywood rallied behind him, calling his restraint masterful.
The reporter did not have a baby bump. She wasn't pregnant. And apparently it had a history of difficulty in getting pregnant, which is why generally you just stay far away for something like that.
Over 50 crew members from It Ends With Us broke NDAs to expose Blake's tyranny. One PA posted, "She banned Baldoni from set. We had to text him updates." Another revealed Blake demanded a $200K reshoot of a scene she'd approved just to assert dominance.
But it's about the evidence, and Blake has provided none. No concrete evidence, just like the mountains and mountains that Elaine said during the Amber trial. No, you can't just say it happened and then we have to believe you, bro. It doesn't work. There's no trust us, bro, in this kind of situation.
Leaked footage showed Blake screaming at a stylist, "I'd rather die than wear that." TikTok edits set her rants to Curb Your Enthusiasm music. The crew's message? Blake wasn't a victim. She was a dictator.
You know, that she's already kind of like, "Ooh, why are you asking me about my bump? Like, how dare you do that?" As if this woman meant any harm in it. Just like she looks cute, she has a bump. But, this was in 2016. I would say that modern feminism peaked in 2016. Like, women were just doing things,
Blake's feminist image imploded when crew texts revealed her mocking plus-sized PAs and joking about firing the Uggos. A 2016 resurfaced interview showed her scoffing at pay parity. "I marry rich, honey."
And this guy was one of the group of 51 senior intelligence officers who signed the widely cited and subsequently criticized 2020 open letter stating that the Hunter Biden laptop has all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. So Blake Lively has now hired a crisis PR person, the same one who attempted to help cover up Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh my goodness, it's getting crazier and crazier by the day.
The final nail? Her infamous baby bump jab at journalist Kirsty Flahardy, who'd struggled with infertility. Blake sneered, "Congrats on yours," knowing Kirsty wasn't pregnant. The internet erupted. Hashtags like fake feminist and Blake the bully trended for weeks.
The hypocrisy here is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing how she can do this, but when Justin does it, why is he hiring a PR team to defend himself? That is now who Blake Lively is relying on this crisis PR person. It's a win. It's a win. That's exactly what I wanted. You wanted to waste the court's time? Why? Why are you wasting the judge's time? Tailored win so I can really get what I want, which is to talk to the people specifically. No, you didn't.
Desperate, Blake hired Nick Shapiro, ex-CIA spin master behind the Hunter Biden laptop cover-up. Shapiro planted fake NYT headlines about Blake's legal wins, but Baldoni's team exposed the scheme.
They just sort of take out, smear, and destroy the reputations of people that they don't like, or people perhaps that their clients don't like. But the question is, who do they do that on behalf of?
Shapiro's tactics? Leaking edited tapes of Baldoni and bribing journalists. One reporter admitted they offered 6 figures for pro-Blake stories. The backlash was instant. Baldoni's lawyer called it gaslighting the American public. Blake's credibility obliterated.
I'm torn by this because, yes, she's allowed to have one, but why were you criticizing Justin? So anything Justin does is retaliation? Anytime he defends himself, it's retaliation? Nonsense. And you're telling me, Blake, you didn't leak this out to try to make it look even more nefarious then, before you had your evidence when you stole the phone?
Ryan wasn't just Blake's husband. He was her co-conspirator. Leaked emails show he chaired a March 2024 meeting with Sony execs to erase Baldoni. Attendees described Ryan as unhinged, demanding Baldoni be blacklisted.
Really, dude? This is so petty. Because it's like, if he really did all the things you say was what to your wife, this just feels too jokey.
Ryan even strong-armed Sony into reshooting Baldoni scenes with a new director. The cost? $18 M. The result? A box office bomb. Ryan's nice guy mask slipped, revealing a vindictive bully.
It turns out that Blake Lively was caught on tape talking about how she manipulates people around her in order to take control of the movies upon which she works. Oops!
Blake's last ally, Taylor Swift, until Baldoni's team exposed a secret meeting where Blake, Ryan, and Taylor plotted to ruin Baldoni. Text showed Taylor advising leak his DMs, make him look creepy.
Like that's literally the accusation as to what happened. And then she went and complained about it by attacking him and trying to wreck him because she apparently was at one point in a room with her, Ryan Reynolds, and Taylor Swift trying to bully Justin Baldoni.
When the news broke, Taylor ghosted Blake. Her silence was deafening. Fans speculated Swift feared Baldoni's receipts implicated her. The ultimate betrayal? Taylor's Reputation TV album dropped days later with 0 Blake shoutouts.
If he was doing anything leaking, sounds like it was all in defense of himself. Because you were ready to come guns blazing to try to take him out and destroy him after trying to take over his movie.
Blake's Gossip Girl castmates finally snapped. Penn Badgley revealed she poisoned the set against him, telling crew he's replaceable. Leighton Meester posted, karma's a mirror, sis.
There's a lot of this sort of like Blake complaining that they're evading the privacy. They're doing all this. But then meanwhile, right, she's on Saturday Night Live with Ryan making jokes, hitting back. I mean, is it not a little hypocritical? Is this a bad look of her if she's trying to tell the courts that we should stop talking about this in public?
Even Blake's on-screen dad, Matthew Settle, tweeted, some stars burn out, others self-immolate. The cast's revolt? Proof Blake's toxicity wasn't new, just hidden.
Come on. Good for him is what I saw that says, yeah, good for him. He could use the help, just like Johnny did. But they tried to weaponize this against him.
Blake's lawsuit strategy? A disaster. Judges denied her subpoenas, calling them fishing expeditions. Her demand for Baldoni's therapy records? Denied as predatory.
You're a despicable and a massive hypocrite.
Baldoni's counterattack? A civil extortion suit against Ryan, citing his mafia-style threats. Legal experts say Blake faces bankruptcy. Ryan? Possible criminal charges.
They went and met her and they said they were going to get rid of the request to the extent it said all documents related to blank, and they just wanted the phone records. And the court said no. The court said that could include therapists, doctors, friends, colleagues, business people. It's way too broad.
Gen Z eviscerated Blake. TikTok dubbed her Karen Lively, editing her rants into Karen compilations. A viral video superimposed her face on Mean Girls' Regina George with the caption, "Stop trying to make victim happen." Ryan became cringe pool with memes mocking his SNL meltdown. The couple's attempt to trademark redemption arc? Denied. The internet's verdict? You're not heroes. You're jokes. Hollywood's power players met in secret, voting to ostracize Blake and Ryan. A Paramount exec said they're uninsurable. The Avengers cast banned Ryan from future Marvel events.
What they said is basically They told you to go, you have to go meet and confer, and to even come up with more narrow requests.
Blake's last hope, a Real Housewives offer. She declined, fearing more humiliation. Reality TV's verdict? Too toxic even for us. Blake and Ryan's downfall isn't tragic, it's poetic. They weaponized fame, manipulated narratives, and bullied rivals. But in Hollywood, no empire is bulletproof. Their legacy? A masterclass in hubris. Remember, the higher you climb, the harder the internet will drag you down.